Hello students, welcome to the science class. Today is your chemistry test of chapter 3 and chapter 5. Chapter 3 is synthetic fibers and plastics and chapter 5 is materials, metals and non-metals. So firstly you will revise chapter 3 synthetic fibers and plastics. Synthetic fibers are also known as artificial or man-made fibers because they are made up of using chemicals and it is prepared by man. A synthetic fiber is a long chain of small units joined together, and each small unit is actually a chemical substance that is called monomer. Monomer word is made up of two words, mono and mer. Mono means single or one and mer means unit or part or molecule. So substance which is made up of single molecules is known as monomer. And when many monomers join together, it forms a long chain which is known as polymer. Polymer is made up of two words polymer. Poly means many. In word polymer, poly means many. When many molecules, when many monomers join together, it forms polymer. And the process by which monomers join together chemically is known as polymerization. So by the polymerization process, polymers are formed. Uh, Polymers are also found in nature. Like cotton is also a polymer. It made up of cellulose, and cellulose is made up of many single units known as glucose. Means a small unit of cellulose is glucose. When many glucose molecules join together, it forms cellulose. So cotton is also a polymer. There are different types of synthetic fibers. Rayon. Rayon is a first synthetic fiber which is obtained from natural source wood pulp. And nylon is a fully synthetic fiber which prepared from chemical by using chemicals. So rayon is a first synthetic fiber which obtained from natural source, and nylon is the first fully synthetic fiber which obtained by using chemicals. Polyester is another synthetic fiber. As from its word it is clear that it is made up of many molecules of ester. Ester has fruits like smell. Polyester occur in many uh, forms like polycot, polywool. Polycot consists of polyester and cotton, and polywool um, mixed of polyester and wool. So polyester and cotton mixed and it forms polycot, and when polyester and wool mixed it forms polywool. Acrylic is another synthetic fiber. Acrylic is resemble like wool. Wool is a natural fiber, so it is very costly, but while acrylic is a synthetic fiber, so it is cheaper than wool. Next topic is plastics. Plastics is also a polymer like synthetic fibers. All plastics do not have same units, same type of arrangements of units. Some plastics have linear arrangement of molecules and some have crossed linked arrangement of molecules. So plastics have different shape and sizes. You have seen that there are different variety of plastics objects. They have different shape and sizes. There are two types of plastic, thermoplastic and thermosetting plastics. The plastics which easily gets deformed on heating and can be bent easily are known as thermoplastics, like polythene and PVC. The full form of PVC is polyvinyl chloride. These are examples of thermoplastics. And thermosetting plastics are those plastics which when molded once cannot be softened easily, like bakelite and melamine. Bakelite is a poor conductor of heat and electricity, so it is used in making of electrical switches. It is also used in the making of handles of cooking utensils. There are some characteristics of metals and non-metals on the basis of which we can differentiate between metals and non-metals. First property is state. All metals except mercury are in solid state. Mercury is a metal which is in liquid state, while non-metals are in all state like solid, liquid and gases. Um, Metals have lustrous property. Lustrous means shine. They have shine, while non-metals are non-lustrous. Metals have malleability property. Malleability is the property by which metals can be converted into thin sheet by hammering. This property is known as malleability, and the metals which can be converted into thin sheet are known as malleable, while non-metals do not have malleability property. Next property is ductility. Metals can be drawn into thin wire form. This property is known as ductility, and the metals which can be drawn into wire form, it is known as ductile, while non-metals do not have ductility property. Next property is sonorous. Uh, Metals produce ringing sound, while non-metals do not produce ringing sound. So metals have sonorous property, while non-metals do not have sonorous property. Metals are good conductor of heat and electricity, while non-metals except graphite do not good conductor of heat and electricity. These are some physical properties of metals and non-metals. Some chemical properties of metals and non-metals. First is reaction with oxygen. Metals react with oxygen and forms their oxides, and when this oxide dissolve in water, it forms magnesium hydroxide. Magnesium reacts with oxygen and forms magnesium oxide, and when magnesium oxide dissolve in water, it forms magnesium hydroxide. Non-metals also reacts with oxygen, like sulfur reacts with oxygen and it forms sulfur dioxide, and when it dissolves in water, it forms sulfurous acid. The difference is that the oxides of metals are basic in nature, while oxides of non-metal is acidic in nature. You can test it by using litmus paper. When oxides of metals dissolve in water, it forms magnesium hydroxide, which is basic in nature. When you dip blue litmus paper, it does not show any change. When you dip red litmus paper, its color change into blue color. Similarly, when oxides of non-metals dissolve in water, it forms acid, and when you dip blue litmus paper, it change into red color, and when you dip red litmus paper, and there will be no change in color. So oxides of metals are basic in nature, while oxides of non-metal are acidic in nature. Means metallic oxides are basic in nature, non-metallic oxides are acidic in nature. Next is reaction with water. Metals react with water. Sodium reacts with water very vigorously, while iron reacts with water slowly. Some non-metals do not react with water. Like phosphorus is very reactive in air, so to prevent it contact with atmospheric air, it is stored in water because it will not react with water. Next, reaction with acids and bases. When metals and non-metals react with acids, it forms salt and produce hydrogen gas. And next reaction is displacement reaction. When most reactive metals displace less reactive metal from its solution, it is known as displacement reaction. Like copper sulfate reacts with zinc, where zinc is most reactive while copper is less reactive than zinc. So zinc reacts with copper sulfate solution and it displaces copper from copper sulfate solution and forms zinc sulfate and copper separated. So these are chemical properties of metals and non-metals. Now revise all chapters very carefully and do your test with honesty. Thank you. All the best.